Domino's, and we'll just say it's 0.39. And the other one, which is the Pizza Capers, FG, I think, and it's 0.75. You just add them up and divide by 2. So it's just a simple average. It should come out somewhere around about that. I think that one's actually 0.57 if you use those two. At the moment, since you're running out of time, just go with those. Okay? For question 2, the bond 15-year bond rate prior to Tuesday was 3.68%. So that's part 2. Part 3, what you do there is you go with the 0.368. I need another 0 there, sorry. Then you add on the beta, which is 0.57, this one, times, and in this case we didn't have to work out the risk-free and the market rate. Well, that is the risk-free rate. Greg actually gave you the premium, which is the difference between the risk-free rate and the market rate. So he's actually saved you a step. And that answer should be about 7.4% when you multiply it up by the 100. So that's the answer to 3. So, I mean, some of these questions weren't really too hard to do if, you know, your group was working, would it? Okay. Now, just remember not to put the person's name on the report or on your submission. And 4 is the weighted average cost of capital. The weighted average cost of capital is the bit of debt and the bit of equity. So I don't know, what did you get as your interest rate on your $150,000 2-year business loan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And
Well,
the 1 minus tax rate.
Yeah, times the 30%. Okay, plus, and we've got to do a bit with this. What we haven't added on here is the 5% small company risk. So you should get 12.4 here. So that bit there is the cost of debt. And what we have to do is the 12.4 times the 70%, because that's how much equity, and that's the cost of equity. Now in Australia, because we have dividend imputation, you don't really need to know about that, but we don't need to do it after tax because there's no real tax on equity in Australia. So you should get a number around 10% for your weighted average cost of capital. You use that in question 6. Okay? And have you done 5? Question 5?
I think that was mine. What was that again?
I can do 5 for you. They made the profit of that much on 8 stores.
I think I needed, for that question, I needed a few numbers from somewhere else. But
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know yeah.
So it costs, when they did the prospectus, that much to fit out a store.
Yeah.
So all you do is the 137. It's about 40, it's 39. Okay? And then all you do is you know that it costs on average to fit out 400,000. Remember that from part 2?
Oh, that's the one I needed
Yeah.
and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just multiply it by 1.4 now.
And then
Or
you
the
plus-
alternative is that you do the 400 plus 40% times. Some students didn't know when I did it just by 1.4 what exactly I'm doing, but that's
Yeah.
why. Okay, so you've got to have the 1 plus the 0.4. Okay, so that,
And then you plus the initial.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
60.
Yeah.
And that
Okay,
you
that's
get
good.
your 620. And that's your cash outflow for year 0 for question 6. And then you're nearly finished. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close to finishing then. So I think a couple more hours and you'll be finished. Okay, so that make you feel a bit better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
I have a small question on part 1.
yeah.
Question 14 actually.